Guys, coming out with another one here. This one's back on the Binance Smart Chain. Yeah, I'm always kind of leery about these ones because there are so many on the Binance Smart Chain. And there have been so many rug pulls over here that it's hard to keep up with them, and they get spammed so much in the in different groups. This is one that was launched today. It's a lot similar. It's very similar to a lot of the Matic ones, but it's over on BNB. So yeah, let's run through this one. Yeah, it talks here the 7 to 17% daily ROI. And it's got 5 levels of referral rewards. Yeah, this one's pretty interesting because I think especially on Binance Smart Chain, you have to be very careful about security. And this one has they've done quite a bit to try to help people understand how secure they are. Of course, everything in crypto is super high risky a lot of the time. So of course, do your own research. I'm not saying you should jump into this. This is not financial advice. You need to make your own financial decisions. But this is just another thing that's out there today. So yeah, before we get into the other stuff, the technicals and the audits, let's look at how they run their dApp here. It's kind of cool because you don't have just like, a few different options for how long to deposit. You can have a weird day of like, say you want to put in for 17 days. You can do that. It goes from 7 up to 30 days. If you go to 7, you're going to get daily ROI of 17%, which means you're going to get a total profit of 19% on your money. Yeah, and I've seen people even say in the comments, 19%, that's not much. Well, you're talking about 7 days. There's not a lot of places you can put money and get 19% back on your money within 7 days. So, if you could do that all the time, you'd do very well. But if you want to set it and forget it and come back, 30 days, you'll more than double your money. So, this is even higher rewards than I think Stable One keeps saying 210%, even though that's not really withdrawable. But this is 134% on your investment in 30 days. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, just some info. The contract Telegram group. They just launched today, so it's not crazy busy right now. Then this is just kind of your dashboard that shows what's withdrawable, how much is invested, how much you've withdrawn, and how many referral rewards you have. Yeah, the referral program seems pretty good. If you want to pass this on, it's got 5 levels, so that's pretty cool. Security, they talk about their smart contract. It's what they're basically saying here is it's a smart contract. So the owner has no control of the balance and they cannot withdraw the funds, so they can just pull the money out and take it. Yeah, it even says on the BSC scan that is a verified renounced ownership code, so there's no way they can get that out of there. And then just basic instructions on getting going. All these are pretty similar. Get your wallet, put in your stuff to stake, connect it, make a deposit, and wait. One thing here is you can withdraw at any time, any of your rewards. Yeah, and then just footer stuff. They do have some FAQs on here with a little pop-up, but they're all pretty basic stuff. Nothing too interesting. So yeah, let's talk about the audits here. This one's interesting because they actually had 2 audits done. One is the common one through Hayes Crypto. We've seen these so many times. And it's good. It's good to go get this audit done, just so everybody can see that it was done, that a third party, checked everything over. So yeah, this is basically, everything past the issues here. It's always just information. The owner fee is a little bit high. I think it's more common to be around 6% or so. Yeah, it just talks about 24 investment plans, but it's just like, every day has an investment plan. So it's really one investment plan. You just pick how many days you want it to go. Referral system, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So yeah, it's nothing too crazy. Pretty common stuff. Now this one is the interesting one because they have a code audit. It's sitting here on GitHub, and this is a tech audit of the code, and this was pretty cool because they did this audit. It's on this address. You can compare it to the contract address up here, and it's the same address. Yeah, it just kind of goes over, what they check for, any issues, and I can show you in here. It's kind of cool. Yeah, they look over the architecture, see if they use any third-party libraries or anything, and their team performs a line-by-line inspection of the smart contract to find any issues like race conditions, transaction ordering dependence, timestamp, and denial of service attacks. I know 2 of those that have happened to Stable One in the last month. So, these are important things, and I hope this kind of code audit thing becomes more common in smart contracts, because it's a smart thing to do. Yeah, there's nothing really, there's no issues that came out of this, so I don't really want to talk too much about it because there's no issues. They went through all these different issues to see if there was any problems with them, and they all passed. So yeah. Anyway, that's the boring stuff. More exciting stuff is it launched today. It's got the value is about $44,000. Like I said, it just launched. They've only got 119 transactions, so this one would be a good one to watch if you want to build up some BNB. Let's look at the contract. I mean, the code is like, I don't know, it's super easy. Just building variables, setting up bonus interest and percent dividers and referral bonuses and stuff like that. Yeah, I think this code was supposed to be a game, but I don't think it ever, or they actually copied it from a game, because it always talks about players and everything. But yeah, all these are pretty easy to go through, because there's nothing that really stands out. Like I said, they've been audited, and all this code has been gone through over a third party, line by line. The payoff, that's the only real loop that would cause any issues, and it's got a value, and it returns that value and just adds to it. So yeah, I mean, this code, it's only just over 200 lines. Some of the others are 300, 400, 500 lines. So this code is very simple because it's only really deposit, withdraw. There's nothing crazy there. So yeah, that one's interesting. I'll probably put in, maybe 2/10 of a Matic or so, a BNB, and just see how it goes. And I'll leave a link down in the description. But let's talk about risk score. This one, because it is on Binance, I'd say, you know, it probably should be docked a little bit, but because it's gone through all these audits and knowing it's on a smart contract, those audits really I think it's a 4. So yeah, we put that as a 4. You know, because it is on Binance Smart Chain, the rug pulls have happened. I am going to bump it up to 5. I think that's fair. It is also young. It's got a small balance so far. So if that goes up, you know, maybe that'd be a good option. Profit, let's go with, you know, it's pretty similar to these other ones on Matic. It's a little higher than Stable 1 because, you know, after 30 days you'll be up over 145%. So let's just go with 6 on that. So yeah, that ranks at about a 12. Yeah, I would say anything under a 10 is something I probably wouldn't jump into. That's kind of that's where I'm at. Basically, I'm in all of these. I've got something in all of these, so these are actually working out. Yeah, that's kind of where BNB RACE is. And while I'm here, let's just review some of these. Stable 1. Let's talk about Stable 1 really quick. This is interesting. Well, it's not interesting. I kind of saw it was going to happen. You know, if we look at, let's go look at the contract here. This is version 1. You know, this number's dropped quite a bit in the last 48 hours. But let's look at the contract address. Mainland transactions. It's not bad right now, but I mean, look at all these failed withdrawals. I mean, that's the problem, is there's so many people that are having problems with withdrawals, and this is the version 1, and they're wanting people to jump over to version 2. But I mean, all these people, I mean, this is the same address trying to get it out over and over and over and over again. But not all of them. I mean, there's others mixed in here, and all these people cannot get, I mean, this is the same one who's tried so many times, but there's some other ones mixed in here as well. I mean, whoever this is has been spending a lot on gas fees to try to get something out of here. Yeah, we're seeing others down in here that just, there's so many people that cannot get their Matic out of version 1 because of the withdrawal issues. And that's you know, and the problem is they'll never be able to get it out. And you know, they say they're offering refunds, but I mean, how many people can they refund? They were telling people there were only 30 to 50 people that this was happening to, but obviously that's not true. I just wish they would have shut down version 1 as soon as they knew the problem and refunded the people that were in it and then move forward. That would have been a much safer and better bet, to acknowledge the problem, fix it correctly as soon as you know about it, and move on. But they kind of drug it out, and I feel like they pretty much misled some people. Matic Staker, I'm still going to leave the risk at 8 because that 14-day unlock plan, I feel like you can get your return on investment back within about 6 to 7 days. And I really feel it's going to last at least that long. But in about 10 hours from now, from when I'm making this video, it is right now 7:12 p.m. It's 8:12 p.m. Pacific time. In about 9 to 10 hours, just start watching that balance to see if it just shoots down and doesn't recover. If it doesn't recover, then we know people are just taking and not reinvesting. But if it comes down and then it comes back up a bit, that means people are putting back in. So I'm going to leave that risk until we know what's going to happen there. Obviously, we can see the ROI numbers. We're going to leave that up there. Phantom 1, I feel like this one, if you're willing to jump into on the Phantom network, let me fix that spelling because it is with an F. If you're willing to jump over there, I still feel like this is a great project. I don't like the user interface is kind of looks like it's kind of from the 90s, but it's yeah, I don't know. It's actually been very reliable for me, even though it doesn't look very good, but they are promising a new interface. So that one, the balance has been steadily going up. It's been doing well. Yeah, it just keeps rolling. It's a good little dApp over on Phantom. Matic Heaven, the interface has been kind of buggy for me, and one thing that I do like is I think the compounding, if you withdraw daily, has been going really well, and it's been kind of building for me just off of what I put on there. So I'm actually going to bump up the profit one because it's that compounding is actually working pretty well. But the interface is kind of buggy. Gas fees are a little bit higher. Matic FOMO, that one's actually looking, it looks like kind of a copy off of Matic Staker. I've talked about this one before. That contract balance has gone up. And also, like Matic Staker, the ROI is going up. So I think this one's similar to Matic Staker, where it's going to get up to be uncontrollable, but it's still early enough, I feel, to get in. So I'll probably put it a little bit more in there. But because it's going up, this number is going to go up. And because that ROI goes up a little bit, I'm going to bump up the risk a little bit too. But I still think this is a good opportunity. These two ones with the highest numbers, I feel those are really good opportunities right now. But these, like I said, these are ones that I see as the less risk for the most reward. But please do your own research, look through the audits, do all this reading, make your own decisions on this. I'm not telling you what you need to do. Now, for the last part of this video, the question mark. I'll say, save a little bit of Matic for this. It's going to be another Matic staking platform. And I'll also say, and I'm not going to overpromise everything, it's not going to be, groundbreaking, brand new, out of the box thinking. But, I don't want to use the word too much because it's associated with something that I don't like as much now, but it's very stable. They really did a lot to really just make it bulletproof, and also optimize for lower gas fees, for speed, things like that. You can't fix the network. If Polygon is slow, they can't fix that. But the interface is great. They've got a great team behind it. I was able to get testnet access yesterday, do some testing on it. Yeah, it's just a great dApp. So that one should be out either tomorrow or the day after. It's pending its audit right now. So save some Matic for that one. It's going to be I think it's going to be a good dApp to jump on and early too. I'll let you know as soon as it launches. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions on these. I'll leave links to all these in the description. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next